War Notes is Tuesday, August 26, 2025. It is 3:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want to put on the record before I even start to talk about what we are broadcasting today. I want to put on the record that Donald J. Trump, aka Taco Tits McKinkles, he is declining in health, and it needs to be put on record. It's already on record, but we'll remind you that's listening and everybody else that you share it with that he is on the verge of I don't know what. His health is on decline. His hands are easily bruised, very easily bruised because his blood is not circulating properly. Besides the fact that he's an older man, his evilness doesn't assist him at all, and the Lord is watching. And so I now shall continue with the afternoon broadcast. Again, good afternoon, good evening, listeners. This is Paviel G. I am your War Notes host, and this is your briefing. Today, we confront a crisis of democracy unfolding on our own soil. In a bold and defiant address in Chicago, Governor J.B. Pritzker, I love him, by the way, and Governor Newsom. Governor J.B. Pritzker fired back at a proposed federal military deployment, telling the president straight to his face, do not come to Chicago. This isn't hyperbole. It's a clarion warning. He called the plan illegal, unconstitutional, and un-American, affirming that neither he nor city leaders were even consulted. The real motive? Not public safety, but political intimidation, pushing our nation toward militarized blue states and silenced voices. This is about democracy itself, and it echoes the struggles Avenue champions. If the Democrats don't stand and fight now, democracy won't just weaken. It won't see a future. Let me break it down for you. Here are the key facts. Pritzker's direct quote, do not come to Chicago. Do not come to Chicago, Pritzker says. You are neither wanted here nor needed here. Another key point to take away from this broadcast is that he labeled the plan illegal, which it is. It's unconstitutional. It is. It's un-American. It is. No coordination. Quote, we have found out the same way you did from a story in the Washington Post, end quote. It is unconstitutional. So Yellow Man, Taco Tits McKankles, he wants to send the troops on the people. He wants to sick the dogs and the pigs, or the pigs want to sick the dogs on the people of Chicago. But Pritzker is not going to allow this. And he's not going to allow this administration to walk through the Constitution as if the Constitution had no validation. Pritzker also warned that the move is a politically motivated power grab. And it is. It's a politically motivated power grab. It's authoritarianism at its highest, and it's fascism. And this power grab is to target blue cities. Chicago crime trends include reduced murders by 31%, and shootings have been reduced by 36 to 37%, undermining the justification for military deployment. Point blank. And as Governor Pritzker reminded us, this isn't about crime. It's about coercion. It's not about safety. It's about silencing dissent. If we allow a military occupation of blue America without resistance, what's next? We must recall Avenue's fight and rise up with equal resolve. To every listener tuned in, democracy doesn't just happen, it's defended. So let's stand, let's speak and act before our future turns authoritarian. Again, this is Paviel G, your host. War Notes, please, please, please stay vigilant and stay loud. And let me tell you why what I'm telling you works. because we need the emotional urgency. It opens up with alarms, tone to command attention. We need clarity and contrast. We need to highlight democracy versus dictatorship framing. Credibility is important. It infuses direct quotes and 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 real statistics and not fake media coverage. Okay? That's why it's very important. We have to keep democracy alive. If not, we'll lose it. We'll lose all of our freedom. I thank you all for listening. Thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure that you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Please make sure you like the video if you enjoyed the video only, and share it with other folks so they too can be informed. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of MAGA folks who specifically choose not to listen to the truth. They specifically choose to turn on one example, which is Fox News of propaganda. They choose to listen to it because they don't want to hear the truth. The truth hurts them too bad. To know the truth brings them to tears. To know that they went into the polling booths and voted for a pedophile, criminal, alleged pedophile, alleged criminal. Well, I won't say alleged criminal. He's a felon. He's an alleged pedophile until he gets charged for this Epstein. And I'm sure that's coming. So a lot of MAGA folks are very nervous to know the truth because it brings them to their knees. It brings them to their knees when they're in their home and they think, wow, I went to the polls and voted for a man that's now going to take away the medical coverage that I now need, now that I can no longer find a job in his economy. Remember that it's a trickling effect. The MAGAs then think about that when they went to the polls to go vote, that it was a trickling effect. That whatever they pressed the button for was going to affect not only the poor, the black, the brown, the yellow, it was going to affect them too as well. And so all of those MAGA Republicans that sit there in their homes and say how supposedly, allegedly, black people and Spanish people are on food stamps and Medicaid and all of these things. Well, statistically, there's more white people on food stamps, and as always has been. There's more white people on food stamps than black or Spanish people. Let's place the facts out there. But guess what? A lot of black folks, here's a big wake-up call. The truth hurts. And whoever chooses to listen is because they have a strong soul. So white folks who decided to go to the polls and vote for Yellow Man, Taco Tits, McKinkles, who decided to triple Trump, now that they're losing their jobs, their JOBs, now that they're losing their work and they have no money and no red states, when they march their happy asses down to the food stamp office, the same one that they criticize Spanish people for going to, but they don't criticize the trailer trash is what they call their own people. They call their own they use. So for their trailer trash white folks that they have called out, because there's a lot of white folks that hate on their own white people. There's a lot of white folks that talk badly about their own poor white people. So instead of uplifting people, they down their own people. So might as well keep it going, right? Lay the facts on the table. So because of this, when they march their asses down to the food stamp office and they can't qualify for food stamps because they don't work 80 hours a week, 80 hours a month, so I apologize, that they don't work 80 hours a month, then I hope that if we reach the midterm elections, that they would use their finger for a good purpose. Because them and their friends like KKK Levitt and the KKK groups that want to march through Tennessee and different other southern states and hold up their swastikas and these folks that thrive on racism. So while they do that and they hate against everybody else, eventually they're going to have to march their asses down to the food stamp office. And when the same president that you voted for, when his rule comes into play and says that you have to work 80 hours a month, or you don't qualify, or you don't get medical coverage because Medicaid is no longer available, or the hospitals in your red state shuts down and there's nobody to care for you. I hope that when we reach the midterm elections, that your decisions will be different. They will be wiser. They will be smarter. They will be more intellectual. Because when you press the button at a polling station, you are not only attempting to destroy the lives of other people that you may hate, you also destroy your life too in the process. And this is what the MAGA Republicans, unfortunately, have seen in the last 8 months of their triple Trump deed at the polling stations. So, again, that may sound a little, I don't know what word to use, but may sound a little bit direct, but we need a little bit more people direct to stand up, because we are losing our democracy. We are turning into a fascist country, authoritarian country. And if we do not stand up and speak, those same white folks who voted at the polls in triple Trump, they're going to want to be on the black folks' side. They're going to want their Mexican folks back. They're going to want their Taco Tuesdays. And guess what? It's not going to be available anymore. It's already not available, because they've assisted on breaking up families and making people scared to not go out to work or spend money in the stores. And this is why inflation is continuing to rise, because everybody is scared to go to the stores. Everybody is scared to shop, and the immigrants are scared to leave their homes. But they thought that they was helping their friend out by voting at the polls and triple trumping. All they did was make their wallet a little bit more empty, and now they're crying. Don't cry now. Don't cry now. Just make sure that you make better decisions when you get a chance to at the midterm elections. Stop taking these census or these questionnaires in your house on your phone and putting one thing and then saying another thing, because those questionnaires is what's helping these percentages look as if he even has 20% support, when in reality, half of y'all sitting in your house saying, well, damn, I didn't know that when I triple trumped, I was going to lose my medical insurance and lose food stamps. Well, yeah. Take your ass down to the food stamp office. They're going to require you to work 80 hours too. You thought it was just for Shaniqua down the street. You thought it was just for Jose. You thought when you got rid of Julio and you deported everybody else, you thought your life was automatically going to get better and everything was going to uppity up for you. Well, red states, your dictators in office. Good luck. Us Black and Spanish people, we used to being poor. We used to being treated like dirt. It's nothing new to us. But you guys triple Trump. And you think that Trump was going to come save y'all. Well, Trump just showed y'all that he don't care about black folks. He don't care about Spanish folks. He don't care about Asian folks. He don't care about Indian folks. And he damn sure don't care about his white folks. And if you piss him off enough, he'll call you a stupid Republican and then lock you up. So anyways, that's it. That's it for my ranting today. Hope you all enjoyed that. That was just the honest truth. You all have a beautiful and blessed day, and I thank you all for listening.